Hello everyone. Today we are taking the Bloomingdale Trail, also known as the 606 to locals. This is a 2.7 mile stretch of abandoned railway that was converted to a greenway, and it's actually the largest greenway project in the entire world. It was actually built in 1873, and the last train was in 2001. The city had plans to do something like this since 1997, and when it got abandoned, they kind of really confined it and they really solidified it. And in 2013, they purchased it, and on June 6th, 2015, the railway opened. Now it's called 606 because in Chicago we use the 606 prefix for our zip codes. And so it symbolizes connecting all of Chicagoans. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. I'm just waiting for a jogger to go down. But yeah, this is the view over here. It's kind of nice. It's in a pretty much undeveloped part of Chicago. There's some train tracks, and these were the tracks that connected to this one actually. So that's cool. So we're just gonna get on to it. Now with this path, you actually have access to several neighborhoods. You have access to Logan Square, Humboldt Park, Wicker Park, Bucktown, Ukrainian Village, things of that nature. So, and it really cuts right across the city. So if you're on a bike or you need to get somewhere fast, you know, it's a good way of getting around this part of the city. As we go along, you will see the area get more and more populated, and you will see more and more development. But right now we're coming down the trailhead, and it's a pretty, as you can see, now it is 74 degrees out. Beautiful day. Nice cool breeze. Now this is on the northwest side of Chicago, and it runs from Halsted to, oh, let's, now fun fact is this used to be ground level, and in the 1910s the city passed an ordinance okay, sorry, I wanted to fix the angle, the wide angle, but anyways, this used to be ground level, and in the 1910s the city passed an ordinance in order to prevent more fatalities from railways, pedestrian. So they had to elevate it to where it is now. But yeah, this area right over here is actually the most tree part of it. Like, this has a lot of original grassland and original trees, but as we keep going, it gets less and less trees and the sun gets more and more blaring. So if you're ever here, make sure to wear sunblock, especially in the summer, because the sun can get pretty intense. Although today is beautiful. Now I'm gonna try to walk through this straight through. I might have to take a break to take a sip of my water. But yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying it. This is a little picnic area. Good news, there's been talk to expand this all the way up to Lincoln Park. And one day I'm going to do a walk from Uptown to Lincoln Park, Oz Park, and do something there. If you guys have any ideas of some walks you want me to do in Chicago, just let me know. Maybe I'll do them. Look how pretty this is. You know, for being a big city like Chicago, you know, I'm very grateful to have these type of sceneries, because I'm very much I love earth and I love camping and just connecting, and this is a good way of doing it. And I actually live in Logan Square, so it's right down the street from my house. So I walk it quite often. Now, one of my favorite parts of the entire trail is over here. It kind of reminds me of a path through woods, like a little path through the woods, because there's lots of trees on both sides, so you'll see. I have to stay off to the side because of bikers. I would love to do in the middle, but you know, don't want to die. You can see the start of it coming up. So it starts off on that side, and then eventually, as you can see in way up there, it caves in. I love it. I grew up in Chicago, and I remember these train tracks before it was beautified. And me and my friends used to come up here and, you know, do things we should have not been doing. But, you know, you live, you learn, and you see progression in this city. It's crazy. A lot of progression within the city in the last 15 years. I'm 36, and it's been crazy. But here you can see what I'm talking about. It gets a little more dense as we go. It's a little sitting area. It's always so awkward when you're filming and people are like, oh no, I'm on camera. I'm gonna end up on YouTube. You know, that's why it's always good to look your best at all times. I'm kidding. Who gives a fuck? So that's the end of that. Now we're going into more blaring sun. It's a little off area where you could have a little picnic or bring your dog. This trail is very dog friendly for those of you who are going to visit. Lots of dogs on here. If your dog's not very friendly with other dogs, it might not be the best thing, but you guys don't have to worry. Very, very friendly. This entire city is dog friendly. You could basically bring your dog anywhere. Reminds me of California in a way. It's kind of fun when you kind of film people, because you record like little snippets of conversations, and you're like, oh my god, what are they talking about? I need to know right now. But you know, it's not polite to pry in other people's business. I mean, I try not to, but you know, sometimes you just want to know. I hope you guys are liking my narration. I'm trying to be more interactive. I tried filming this a couple times. And the first time, there was an overcast in my shadow. And the second time, it was just way too hot. I couldn't do it. Chicago gets pretty humid in the summer. It's not necessarily the temp, but it's the humidity. It's crazy. So if you guys are coming in the height of summer, especially August, September, please be aware that it's going to be like cutting butter with a butter knife. Okay, as my grandmother used to say. It reminds me of the Lakefront Trail. If you guys are in the city, you guys have to check that out. It starts all the way in Rogers Park and ends all the way on South Shore. Really, really awesome. Perhaps one day I'll do a little walking tour of the South Shore because it has some of the original, very first buildings and mansions ever built in Chicago. Absolutely gorgeous architecture. Kind of a hidden gem of Chicago. So maybe I'll do that sometime. Definitely going to be do some hidden gem type of walks to some of my favorite spots in the city that tourists don't know. And you know, I love walking and I walk everywhere, and you know, I just thought it'd be fun to film it. Water sprinklers. Feels good when like you're hot and you want to like dip your toe. Oh shit. Did I get water drops on the... Let me wipe the camera, guys. Okay, no water drops. Feels good actually. I want some more. Perfect. Oh, look how pretty that is. Just misted. It feels so good. It's like blowing. It's kind of like being next to the ocean and getting misted. You know, hey everyone, I'm sorry. I got disconnected. I got a little up there before I realized it. So I came back. So that way you guys don't miss anything. But look again, yay. The mist, like an ocean. Hopefully you guys could hear me. It would really suck if you couldn't. But, you know, if not, then it wasn't meant to be. It's too beautiful of a day out to be sad. I like it because it's usually really busy on this 606 and it's actually kind of slow today. But as we continue going, it's going to get more and more populated because it'll get more and more gentrified and more developed. So therefore more people. And we're going to be passing through a very nice part of Chicago. This area used to not be so great, but now it's so gentrified. It's kind of more for middle class, upper middle class, when it used to be super cheap. You know how that goes, especially in, you know, New Yorkers and people in LA and California. You guys know how it is. It's so beautiful. So pretty. Enjoy the scenery because it's going to get less and less green. Not to, you know, bash it because this is an awesome trail and very grateful for it. But, you know, you can never be happy. But I think it's because it's really undeveloped in this part of the city. So there's been more trees and more grass and more plant life versus more as we go. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and let you guys enjoy the scenery. Now right now, I believe we're still in Humboldt Park, but we're coming up on Logan Square where I live, and I'll let you know when we're over there. Now on Logan Boulevard and Humboldt Boulevard, some of the most gorgeous mansions you will ever see. Those at one point, those boulevards were only for the wealthy, and so they built grand, beautiful houses. And you know, they're still owned today by a lot of the family. And I'm gonna do a walking tour of that. I mean, it's amazing how beautiful these houses are. But that's for another time. Now as we walk, it seems like a long walk, but I'm a city walker. Growing up in the city, never having a car, I've walked everywhere. So to me, 2.7 miles is really nothing. I'm actually walking a little slower than normal. But you know, if you do something long enough, you tend to be fast at it, right? I hope the wind isn't blowing in this. You know, I'm filming from my iPhone. It has amazing picture quality. The sound is awesome, but I wish they had a feature where it kind of could sense the wind and kind of like filter it out. But you know, that's like crazy expensive technology, so I hope they have it with the new iPhone. We'll see. I guess Whipple. But I guess this is more like a take a walk with me because I'm talking a lot. Why not? It's a beautiful day. It's about, I don't have a watch on me, but I think it's around 9:30, 9 o'clock-ish a.m. Yesterday I was stupid and came out there in midday, and so my shadow was overcasting, and it's not very aesthetically pleasing. So this park closes at 11 p.m. In Chicago, it's a little rule that says if you must use it, you can. But it's not advised. No, there's reasons. And there's not much crime up here, actually. In the last 5 years, only about 22 cases. Most of them happening in the year 2016, 2017. So it's not too bad. They have cops up here that patrol at night once in a while. But, you know, so I guess that's good. Now this walk is absolutely stunning when sunset. I mean, beautiful. And in early morning, I tried to get here sunrise, but I just couldn't do it. I am not getting up that early. But I definitely wanted to do it in the morning when it's so bright and the colors are so vibrant. The stupid, that glare is right there. So sorry about that. Hopefully that doesn't bug anyone. People pass by and I'm like, dude, like, you say to the left of me, but there's so much space next to me for you to just kind of like maneuver your way with a bike. Like, you don't even have to tell me to move over. You're just being, you know, difficult because people are aggressive in the city. well, not aggressive, but bikers in the city are very aggressive. I used to be one, a bike deliverer for, well, carrier for about 3 years. You have to be aggressive if you want to make money, especially in that business. But still, don't be so rude. You know, I'm just so grateful to live in this city. I really, really love it here. Grew up here, born and raised. Rogers Park, which I'll take you for my hood one day. Not very exciting over there. Pretty undeveloped, mainly houses and apartment buildings. But if I get enough subscribers and they're curious, I'll definitely do that. But yeah, I love it. Love Chicago. It has its pros and its cons, like every big city. One of the biggest cons is it's highly segregated. And that is something that we need to really work on. And I believe it's the most segregated city in all of the states. But please don't quote me on that. Sometimes I talk out of my ass. So, 11, make a wish. 1111, make a wish. There's a lot of families up here. This area is, especially where I live, it's mainly younger professional families. People in like their 30s, late 20s. Wicker Park is actually where all the younger professionals hang out, and so this area has a lot of young professional families and super cute. So if you're looking to move to Chicago and you want a family-friendly, hip area that has everything and has art and culture, and come to this part of Chicago, Wicker Park, Bucktown, Logan Square, Humboldt Park. So much history, so much culture, and your children will, as you can see, have tons of nature around them. Wicker Park's a place to go when you want those cool hipster bars and record stores and cool cafes. And it used to be a very artsy town, like boho of New York, but of Chicago, way back when. So cheap, really dangerous. And that's where all the artists live. And so I should be talking about this when we're in Wicker Park, but it just came to mind. So right now, I think we're entering Logan Square. Yep, this is where I live, around this area. Won't say where, but this is Logan Square, California Avenue. It stays like this. I'm super grateful to be alive. Grateful to be able to even do this for you people. We take that for granted. And fall's right around the corner here. Winter's going to be here, and our winters are harsh, harsh, harsh. Even if we get no snow, we get bitter cold. I mean, last year we had a solar vortex of negative 13 degrees. Oh my goodness. I was in California, sunning it up. Hey. But my friend suffered. And did I take, pleasure in that? Of course I did. I mean, what friend doesn't? But I sympathized. By the way, that was sarcasm. But I'm sure you guys got that. But there are people that don't get it. So I say we just pass about a third of the trail. 1.3 miles in. And it's 2.7, so almost halfway. Now, I just started this channel. This is my very first video. The reason I chose this is because there's lots of people who do this on YouTube. And there are 606 ones, but they're not very personal. And a lot of the videos are like focused on like downtown, Loop area, like places that, tourists want to go. And I thought it would be cool just to do something like this. It's a little more personal. Some narration. Get in some history, which I'm not going to say I'm a history buff, but I know a thing or two. But it's a little more personal and it's not as glamorous. It's a little more chill. Me and my boyfriend, we watch videos of New York doing this, and because we both love New York very much. I love it just as much as I love Chicago. And I just, when I'm there, I feel like I belong. It's awesome. Everyone belongs in New York. Chicago's pretty open and accepting too, so come one, come all. I've never had a problem. Simple streets, nothing to see here. Oh, that nice breeze feels so good. So as you can see, if you notice, the houses are getting more fabricated, if you know what I mean. So you know what that means. Gentrification, which is good. It brings jobs and it brings, new life to dying neighborhoods. So gentrification isn't all that bad. But, very nice houses over here, very expensive homes. And very neat, clean neighborhoods. The one thing I can say about Chicago is we are clean. We keep our streets clean. We keep things clean and manicured. Look at a butterfly. You see it? A butterfly. Butterflies are beautiful. They're like my totem animal. They're always around me. Every time I'm out and about and feeling grateful, the universe sends me a butterfly to remind me I'm on the right path. No pun intended. But yeah, as you can see, not as much nature, more blaring. This is more of a rougher, rougher patch. But honestly, if you're not from Chicago, or especially these parts of Chicago, you're just visiting, you're probably going to come up from the opposite end anyways. So by the time you get over here, you'll be happy. It's actually kind of cool too, even though it's beautiful, sunny. I came up here once when it was misty and gray out, but it was misty and it looked so airy and so insidious, but so beautiful at the same time. So, there's a little of everything for everyone. Am I sounding like a cheesy tour guide? Because that's not how I'm trying to sound. But, passing the time. I usually listen to music. I can't obviously do that because I want to record the surroundings. Oh my God, I feel so much better about this one. Look at birds. And there's you'll see, there's wild baby's breath and mini sunflowers. You see over there? Baby's breath. It's really pretty. .6 miles in. I'm About 1 more mile left. So this was, it said it was a 58-minute to 1 hour walk. Being a city walker, I walk fast. And right now, even though I'm walking slow, more slow, I'm still walking fast. And so, you know, I can make that in more like 40 minutes. So I was hoping I could walk slow, but it's just not in my nature. Artesian. So they just installed this new install, and it's a really cool thing to the public, something kind of new to Chicago, because, you know, we have problems with people not taking care of things here. But they opened up a public restroom, and it has like little chairs, and it's really cute. Oh no, these are people's balcony. Can you imagine, like, sitting on your balcony and just having strangers like looking straight at you? But you know, here you have a bike station to fix your bike. These are to pit your bikes. Some people clip their dogs on there when they go to the restroom. We got our water, sanitizer, and then these are the bathrooms. All gender, that's amazing. But that is something very new to Chicago. We don't take care of things here. So hopefully no one fucks this up for us. I'm gonna have some water. Oh my God. So right here, what we have is Western Avenue. This, you hear that, those noise? That's Western Avenue. It's actually, fun fact, the longest road in all of Chicago. It runs all the way from Halsted to the, you know, northern center of the city, all the way down to 119th Street. And it's basically a backbone. You could get to almost any area of Chicago going down Western. You might have to drive off Western for a little while, but nonetheless. If you could find Western, you could usually, if you're lost and you find Western, you could usually find your way. But yeah, I'll show it to you. I'm gonna slow down and let these lovely ladies go. And you always have to watch yourself when you're on this path if you're gonna bypass someone, especially, as I said, bikers are aggressive as fuck. And there's been a couple of times, even when I'm off to the side like this, that I got almost sideswiped. So this is Western. You know, and if you follow Western all the way down, you'll get to the neighborhood I grew up in. As I said, it pretty much connects you to any part of Chicago. Always busy, always traffic. You know what they say in Chicago, 2 seasons, traffic and winter. I'm sorry, no. 2 seasons in Chicago. Oh, I fucked that one up. 2 seasons in Chicago, construction and winter. And traffic too. Okay, I'm gonna pass these lovely ladies up real fast. Okay. Oh, cutie patootie in his stroller. So up here is a suspension bridge. Original suspension bridge. Obviously they did some restoration on it. But over that bridge, if we look to this side, you could get a little glimpse of Wicker Park. But unfortunately, on this path, we can't really get much sightseeing of those neighborhoods because we have to kind of go off, which we will do in a future episode. So it's kind of always weird talking to yourself. People are like, oh my goodness, is that person okay? No, I'm not. I forgot to take my meds.
Cool. That was it.
What the freak? Wow. You see what I mean? That guy almost sideswiped me. Huh. I hope you guys aren't scared of that if you guys are tourists, but you know, that's okay. It's like that everywhere. Just gotta watch where you're going. Remember, you have to share this just like a road, any other road. So right up there is the train tracks for the Blue Line. Now the Blue Line, the Western actually, I forgot to mention that. The Western Blue Line stop is actually the best access point from a CTA train to the trail. So you hop on Blue Line going towards O'Hare, get off at Western, and you just walk to the trail. You really can't access the trail from any other stop other than in this area. So if you want to take the train, that's your best bet. So we're coming up on the suspension bridge. I'm really hoping no trains come past, but every time I come here, a train passes. So if the train passes, pardon the noise. Actually, I was kind of hoping it would give it some city ambience, but the one time I need it, it doesn't work, right? Isn't that how it always happens? But don't worry, you'll hear it when it does pass. So this is that suspension bridge. The only part of the trail that actually has the suspension cords and a frame like this. So down here, you walk down here, and that would be Six Corners in Wicker Park. We shall do that again. Pretty architecture over there. Wicker Park was also one of the, I wouldn't say very first, but one of the early developed parts of the city. The south side and the far north side being the first South Shore. And that area over there, and Rogers Park, uptown area where I grew up, is one of the earliest parts of Chicago. Some really good architecture, but Rogers Park isn't. Can you imagine? Look, just like having your house open to everyone to see. Anyways, but you know, Rogers Park, people over there, they don't take care of things. You know, Rogers Park is a nice area. It's not the best area though, because you know, I didn't grow up wealthy, so they didn't really preserve a lot of the buildings, but still pretty nonetheless. As I said, always construction. Now over here is some of my favorite homes. As you can see, you'll see more. I hope you guys aren't annoyed with me talking too much. I know people watch this, you know, for ambiance, but this is also a walking tour, so I want to make sure I could keep you guys entertained. You know, it's a good way of me socializing, me getting out there, like my love for just walking. You know, it's a great exercise. You hear that? Now we get some music. Now over here, these beautiful homes that have their own private terraces, their own private back patios. And, You know, that's a luxury in this city. Although we're very lucky, a lot of the houses, if you do buy a house in this city, no matter where you are, a lot of them will come with a decent sized backyard. And, you know, if you go a little more, not on the outskirts, but not in the popular areas, you could get a pretty big house with a nice chunk of land for, you know, not cheap. This is Chicago, but a lot cheaper than you might think. It's not New York, that's for sure. So we are actually coming up at the tail end of the trail. I have like a little walk I do every day because I work from home and I'm on the computer all day. So I have a little 6-mile route I do, and it's my daily exercise. And I take this all the way from Logan Square, the area I was at, and I get off right here and walk through Wicker Park and come back on here and walk home. Maybe someday I'll do that walk for you guys. Now this exit over here is, up until I started recording this for you people, this is the farthest I ever gone. I never went all the way to the end. Because I always thought it was a little farther. And I figured, and I found out it wasn't that far, and I was just being lazy. So, as you can tell, really it's a nice, decent walk. It's a nice walk to get in after dinner or something. You know, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily a hidden gem, but it kind of is. It's mainly locals that use this. I mean, not many tourists are just going to come all the way out here just to take a trail, but you know, if you're in the heart of the city, besides the lakefront, you'll be hard knocked to find another trail like this. So up around this bend is a little Easter egg. It's the only thing of its kind on this entire trail. It's an art installation. Really pretty, that looks out over into Wicker Park. Or Bucktown, actually. So, yep, went for Wicker Park. Right now I believe we are in Bucktown. So here it is. It's a telescope. And over here is Bucktown Wicker Park. All the way over there where the train tracks is. You guys can see, probably not. That's 6 Corners. This is one of the corners that intersects with it. And so we got the art installation. I'm gonna keep going. Damon Avenue. Okay. Not Demon Avenue. A lot of people pronounce our streets wrong. Like Devon Avenue. You know, people pronounce it Devon, but it's actually Devon. Which you guys should check out. I'll definitely do a quick walking tour through that. That's Little India, as they call it. Very unique area. And that's roughly exactly where I grew up, in that area over there. So I have a fondness for authentic Indian cuisine. I'm surprised I haven't had to stop to take a drink. The first time I did this, I wore new shoes and I got really bad blisters. Winchester. Really bad blisters. So, lesson learned. You can tell these people over here are tourists. Definitely, these people are tourists. Trust me, you always know. Sometimes it's a walking war, and I intend to win. So I hope you guys enjoyed this walking tour, giving you guys a little history. Maybe not like some history, but little hidden gem histories about parts that you might have not known about. Some of you have, maybe. But, you know, I feel like when you do these little off, road detours like this, you could really learn Chicago. So if you're planning on visiting or living here, you get familiar with the streets and already know where you're kind of going. And so that's what me and my boyfriend do in New York. And we've already familiarized ourselves with Queens. Well, Astoria, Queens Kill, I'm sorry.
A bike comes by here. Look at me. Let's say a bike's going by really fast and all I do is this. One step to the left. That guy's going to run you over and Jarvis. So just stay on the blue.
No, we don't want Jarvis to get hurt.
You understand everything I'm saying?
You hear that, guys? Stay on the blue. You hear that? That's very good advice. Remember I said earlier, the bikers are aggressive as hell. And that's what he meant. You just step one side and boom, you're gone, and so is your dog. So heed that warning. But, oh, look at this, a cute patio. And then, so as you can see, much more dense, much more populated, much more developed, and a lot less trees. Still pretty nonetheless. If you see all the way down there the highway, that's the end of the trail. Then I have to get back home. I have the day off, so I might maybe walk around. I'm so happy about this. I think it came out really well. Beautiful flowers. We got the little community library. So cute. I'm all sweaty. Sweat's good for the body. Gets rid of toxins. So we're definitely coming up to the tail end. Go through this. Look at this, and this is the first on this trail. Evergreens with pine cones. Fir, is it balsam fir? I think that's what they are. Please leave in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. But it's so cute. Look at, you know, it doesn't seem like these trees are small, but in about a decade, 2 decades especially, it's going to be really covered, and there's going to be tons of shade, and future generations are going to be able to enjoy it way more than we have. You know, I think this is the largest greenway project in all of the United States, and I'm very proud of my city for doing that, providing its citizens and its visitors a place to unwind and have a bit of nature, you know, along a big part of history, because, you know, this train ran from Halsted Street all the way to Elgin, Illinois. And it was a freight train as well as a passenger train. So it was a lifeline for a lot of people back in the day. I'm gonna go through here since we've already gone. It's a little walkway with some little chairs. What a great way of saving space and preserving nature by providing such space efficient seating. I love it, and I love the gravel road too, because it does remind me of more rural areas. We got all these wild plants. You know, these are all wild plants. These are not planted, these were already here. You know, we're known for some of our grass, and I'll definitely take you by the lakefront over in Loloyo Park. They have a beautiful, one of the first public beaches in Chicago, and they have original prairie grass that's protected. But I like doing those walks in the fall. Sorry. Now guys, you see what I mean? That was me. I fucked up there. Again. I don't know if that's a sign, but yeah. But yeah, I like to do lakefront videos during the fall because it's just cooler and it's prettier. So yeah, but we're coming up on the Entel. Thank you guys for, this is the John Walsh Park, So thank you guys so much for listening to me. I hope I didn't disturb your enjoyment of this video, and I hope I kept you entertained. But yeah, I'm off. Next video, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I have a couple ideas. If you guys have some ideas, you know, let me know, and perhaps I'll do them. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.